the update for this week. What's been kind of working, what's been not working, some interesting things for if any of you do EPAT. Patient came in the other day, fourth met bone marrow edema. This was determined with an MRI and thought it was tendonitis, not sure what it was, but doing some EPAT for that. So for bone marrow edema, kind of an interesting use of it as well, fifth met fracture. Basically, patient wanted a fast track. And I always say, you can wait the typical 6 to 8 weeks. But if you want to try to speed it up, you can speed it up maybe by a week, maybe 2 weeks, but they're still in a cam boot and staying off of it, EPAT. So I am 1 month into my scribe. This is scribe number 2, and it's better. So let me tell you the difference between the scribe. So the scribe took me 3 months to train, and then he left me, and I was really sad, very, very sad, like really sad and frustrated. And I wanted to give up. I wanted to throw in the towel. I wanted to cancel my contract, but thankfully and unthankfully, they had a 1-year contract with me. So I'm stuck with them for a year. So what I did is I gave them my notice starting in June, and I trained this new scribe. Well, this new scribe, he had been a scribe, actually a transcriptionist for about 5 years. And so he's really good at transcribing. So my notes are actually better now. I taught him my templates. And now when I kind of dictate at the end of the note, it makes them a lot better and more personalized. So I'm really happy, as you can see the smiley face. The other cool thing is now he's really comfortable with the notes, and now he can kind of scrub my notes. And so what that means is on Fridays is when I do all my nail care. He can scrub and see who hasn't had an ABI in the last year and make sure I do that. And also those that haven't had a comprehensive diabetic foot exam in the last year and make sure I do that. And so he's the one that is able to do that now and just remind me. So I look less at the notes and more at him, or he tells me. And I have a kind of a neat saying that I use now. And I say, as I'm introducing the scribe, so if you use a scribe, I say, I'm using Morali, he's my scribe. And I don't know if you've been to doctors lately where all they're doing is looking at the computer. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to give you more of my attention. That's why I'm using a scribe. So I'm going to have to talk to him. So those are kind of my words. And it makes it nice because I think so many patients, they can identify with going to those doctors that are always looking at their charts, trying to finish them, like as I was. Okay. Another kind of cool idea is I had a patient with some pretty bad Achilles tendonitis, bulbous changes. And so I'm doing amnio and EPAT for this patient, kind of working it together, kind of going on this idea of fast track. This patient, they could have done just EPAT, but they decided based on the ultrasound. I think the really determining factor is the ultrasound in my hands. And when I use the ultrasound, it shows the thickness. They can see the areas of effusion, and they decided to do that. The way I do it is I do 3 sessions of EPAT. At the second session is when I do the amnio, and I put them in a boot for a week, a walking boot. I'm kind of excited. I filled up my master class. I'm limiting it to I think it was 30 or 40 people. So for this next month, it's filled up. But just so you know, if you guys are a member of the Practice Mastery Academy, I'm going to send the link to everyone. So even if you feel like you want to be part of this next one, we're going to do a deep dive on plantar fasciitis, going through my whole patient presentation and tips and things like that. If you want to, you can just join Practice Mastery and I will send you the link. Okay. I try to keep it real reasonable, guys. Like it's $97 a month. I have more and more people signing up for it just to, get this one masterclass maybe, or all the other content that's on there. Another collagen update. I've been using collagen now for about 3 months and I've really liked it. It's kind of, how do you say it? Wounds take a long time to heal anyway. And I'm seeing them every 2 weeks. So pretty much every week I'm debriding the ulcer and then I'm giving them a box of collagen for 2 weeks worth. I do the 2 weeks versus 30 days. It's been kind of easy, and I don't have a ton of these patients that I'm seeing, but it does help as long as the documentation is right. And if you don't have the documentation for it, it's not as good. So you need to get the proper documentation. You guys don't have that. You want that. The ones that I use, let me know. I'll just send me an email. And then finally, I had a patient, this is something interesting. I have one of these patients right now that just wants everything that I have, right? So she is being seen for, she wanted Lunula. She didn't want the oral medication for Lamisil. She had an ingrown toenail, so I did a matrixectomy. She has bilateral, and actually one-sided plantar fasciitis, and so I'm doing EPAT. I did 3 sessions, and she just wants to get done as quick as possible. So instead of doing the 6 to 8 week space between them, she wants to do another 3. And then based on the ultrasound, she may do amnio. So this is like one of those patients, but she said something to me. She said, what I want is I want a fast track for healing. And this is kind of going to put this little explosion here. This might be a word that we can use because we have a lot of patients, they just want a slight edge to get better faster. And we can use this. And there are certain patients that they don't really care what the price is for things. They just want to get it as fast as possible. So that might be something you want to consider. Things that aren't working. I was looking around, there's really no great training for a new associate doctor. And I have kind of an idea I want to share with you and see what you guys think in a little bit. I'm thinking about making a training, but I'm trying to make it virtual, kind of like these are virtual. But I'd like to know if that would be of interest to anyone. Basically, what I've learned is that if there's interest, then I can kind of make it and kind of keeping maybe at a low price for the first rendition. And I would do it and then I could have a recurrent thing for people. So I was thinking, I don't know, like $197 for 3 sessions or something like that. For a new associate, just keep it real low. Why? So then I can keep those recordings and I can reuse that in the future. So if you guys are interested in that, send me an email or just reply to this email if you're interested in that new training. And then a couple of ideas I want to share with you. One Medical by Amazon, a spa membership, very similar, and then this new associate training. So let's go into this. This is One Medical. This is kind of a neat thing. I got an email from Amazon. What it is, it's for $144 a month, basically subscription, just like your Amazon Prime, right? You pay $12 a month, a monthly membership, and then you can get access to all the doctors and they'll use your insurance. But basically by having a membership, you're more faithful to be using them. Kind of like when you have a BJ's or Sam's Club membership, you're going to go there to buy more of your things. I'm still thinking that within podiatry, we have an opportunity to have a membership. I haven't figured it out quite yet. I was thinking of like an orthotic membership or some other type of a membership where they're always going to be buying from us. I've told nail salons to do this. If you have a nail salon, you could do a membership versus just having a price. If you have any spas in your offices, you could do a membership for them. So they would get preferred times and things like that. Another type of membership I just wanted to share with you. This is the new thing that we have at our house. It's a spa membership. And if spas can do it, we should really be able to figure out how to do this. This is New England Spas. And what they do is they have the platinum, which is weekly, the silver, which is monthly, and the gold, which is bi-weekly. And so we have the one that's $179 a month. We paid the whole month or the whole year, and they come in every month, and then they clean my spa. You might think that's a little over the top, but it's one of those things I just don't like doing. But it's worth it for me. And the thing is if you just want a cleaning, it's $600. So basically, if you look at the price, if you do 2 cleanings a year, it's basically they'll include a free cleaning, and anyway, that's how they do it. So this is how you price out membership. So if you can think of any podiatry membership, just let me know. Once again, the master class is filled up, but if you want to join Podiatry Practice Mastery, you can. There's something underneath this where you're at right now, where it's going to go into more detail about that, and I'll send you the link. Let me go in here and show, this is something that I'm working on right now. I'm just going to give you the overview to see if anyone is interested. The thought is when new doctors join, we want some training for them to make it easier to get them up to speed. And this is my tentative outline for them. I'm just going to go over this with you. Kind of like the idea of shadowing the doctor, communicating to patients, efficiency tips, diagnosis specific profitability, ultrasound tips, in-office procedure tips, exostectomy, shockwave, how to word it, ABIs, kind of who to do it on, AFOs, how to use it on different conditions, shoe recommendations, orthotics, wording, common questions, in-office dispensing tips, DME tips, same and similar, patient education tips, and then scheduling, follow-up appointments, blocking your time, and then marketing tips. So that's my idea for the new associate training. If you guys think that would be interesting, if you have any new associates or know anyone that has new associates, if that would help, I've thought about like they're going to shadow when they join, but I think there's something that would be helpful to reinforce it. And I think the challenge is doing something live can be a little bit of a challenge for everyone with their families. So kind of doing a recorded one where maybe you could have like a Q&A where people can ask questions, or having like a half hour a week where people can ask different questions, but having something that they could do, have homeworks. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm always trying to find something new that would be of benefit to everyone. Okay. Once again, thank you. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.